Hello and welcome back once again to Infinite Chess, the project where you know what it is. This is page 427. Let's do it. But then I can anticipate somebody on your side of the chasm retorting with something like, quote, "Yes, my good Emmy, but what if your rival for the pleasurable soup is some individual outside of your community, for example?" You'll say. Let's just make the example that it is a hapless Canadian, foreign, un autre, separated from me by a chasm of history and language and value and deep respect for individual freedom. Then in this holy, I lost my page, in this wholly random instance, there would be no community-minded constraints on my natural impulse to bonk your head and commandeer the desired suit, since the poor Canadian is outside of the equation of persevere la bonheur of each individual, since he is not a part of the community whose environment of mutual respect I depend on for pursuing my interest of maximal pleasure to pain. Morath during this time was smiling up and to the left of North, rolling his head like a blind person. His favorite personal place of off-duty in the USA's city Boston was in the Public Garden of Summer, a broad and treeless declivity leading down to the Mer de Canards, the duck pond, a grassy wedge facing south and west so that the grass of the slope turns pale green and then gold as the sun circles over the head. The pond's water cool and muddy green and overhung with impressionist willows, persons beneath the willows, also pigeons, and ducks with tight emerald heads, gliding in circles, their eyes round at stones, moving as if without effort, gliding upon the water as if legless below. Like films idylls in cities the moment before the nuclear blast, in old films of USA death and horror. He was missing this time in USA Boston mess of refilling the pond for the duck's return, the willows greening, the wine light of a northern sunset curving gently in to land without explosion. Children flew taut kites and adults lay supine on the slope, absorbing the suntan, eyes closed as if in concentration. He was giving out a small and desolate smile as of fatigue. His wrist's watch was unilluminated, steeply through a butt without turning away from wrath to watch it fall. "And you'll say I won't only poke him in the eye and commandeer the whole serving of soup for myself," Steeply said, "but will, after eating him, I'll give him the dirty bowl and spoon, and maybe even the no deposit habitat cat to have to deal with, saddle him with my greed's waste, all under some sham arrangement of, quote, interdependent that's really just a crude nationalist scheme to indulge my own USA individual pleasure lust without the complications or annoyance of considering some neighbor's own desires and interests." Morath said, "You will notice that I do not with sarcasm say, 'And here we go off together once more,' which you enjoy saying." Steeply's use of the body to shelter the lighting match for his smoking was not feminine either. His parody of Morath's accent sounded guttural and USA Cajun, with the cigarette in the mouth. He looked up past the flame. "But no? Am I off base?" Morath had an almost Buddhist way of studying the blanket on his lap. All right, that was page 427. Have a good night.